Hi guys, and welcome back to another devlog video where I show you the process of how I create a first-person action-adventure game with my main focus being the physics-based combat system and the uniquely random generation system for places, dungeons and locations. And today I have some great stuff to show you, really, because I was very busy last week and I worked on some first level generation mechanics and systems. Then I created the looting and that really looks dope. And the last thing I did was to create a mechanic for the player if he is dying. So what does actually happen if he's dying? So it's really going to be exciting, as you can hear. Stay tuned, see you after the intro, and let's go! Okay, so developing is getting really faster and faster, and we are coming closer to finishing the pre-production. And what I have to do then is some marketing, building the website, which is already there for you, of course. But this is what I have done in the past, because I'm coming from the future, as you know. I'm a few months ahead of the content I show you here. Okay, so the first thing I did was the looting mechanics. So I think we just take a look at it. It really looks cool. And in the first place, I didn't actually meant to do it the way I did it in the end. What I wanted was that if you destroy a box or other object, that there is a sack of loot and it's like hovering over the ground, so a simple sack. But now I came up with some gold orbs, but you will see how it looks. And I actually also added some sound effects, so it sounds and looks pretty cool. Let's take a look. Okay, and that is how looting and destroying boxes in the game will look. I really like it, and I had a lot of fun just placing boxes and destroying them with my bow or with my dagger here. By the way, we have a new weapon which I think it looks really, really cool. I really love the look of that dagger. So another thing which you could see, which is very much in the background, you don't really mention it, but it still was a lot of work, is that after you destroy the box, it actually disappears, and I created an object pooling system. That simply means when that box is disappeared, then I will just put it to an object pool and it can be reused. That means I can place quite a lot of those boxes and you can destroy them, and it doesn't really make your performance worse. And that's really a cool thing. It was quite a lot of work. It was a little bit of fiddling because, this has some small physics parts if the box gets destroyed and so on. But I'm very happy I did it, and the disappearing thing also was a little bit difficult for me to do. Okay, now let's take a look how it looks if we are looting a chest. Okay, I will start the clip. Let's see. As you can see, I added something. I mean, it's very much in the background, okay? But I really like that those loot orbs are coming out of the chest and then flying towards you. That's pretty cool, actually. And because we were talking about that whole looting thing today, I also can reveal what that status bar on the top means. That yellow, loot bar here, because that is what it is, a loot bar. It does indicate how much of the loot in a level you have actually collected. And yeah, I'm not yet sure what happens if the bar is full, but maybe you get like bonus gold or something like that. But it mostly is just that you are more motivated to really search the whole dungeon and that you just know, hey, have I collected everything? And again, inspiration for this little feature came from the LEGO games. So I'm very excited to see how this feature will work in the end, but I'm pretty sure that it will make everything more satisfying, and it is a motivation for the player to just really explore the dungeon and deep down in the dungeon and maybe find secret places to find more gold. And yeah, I think it is time to take a look at the second thing I brought with me, and that is what happens if the player is actually dying. So let's take a look at what I have brought with me. So when you're dying, you will physically correct, more or less, fall to the ground. But what happens now? Because in Bladequest, when you died, it was just over. There were no saving and stuff like that. So I can't do this for my upcoming game, obviously, because you have progress, you loot stuff, and it really is not meant to be roguelike. So I thought, hey, it would be a cool idea, because for many reasons I don't really want to implement an acting saving system where you have save games. I mean, you will have a save game, of course, which saves your equipment and stuff like that, but I don't want to allow the player to save anytime. And one reason, for example, is I find it a little bit stupid that you can just save, do it again, and save and do it again. And especially in my game here, this would be a little bit weird because then there is no real challenge anymore. So what I have is something pretty interesting. In the game you can buy revive potions, and if you die like I did here, you can just use that item, which costs relatively much, so you better use it wisely. But once you consumed it, you just stand up back again and you can just continue fighting. So I think that's a pretty cool solution for the problem. Of course, you can tell me what you think of it. But now, let's take a look. So at first I didn't actually want to add this animation where the player drinks a revive potion, but I thought, hey, this looks just so much better than without. It looks very robotic without actually, so I really had to add it. I went back to my 3D animation program and added this new animation. Because another thing I had to take care of is that I have this revive potion in the hand of the player, and that's a system I don't really implement it yet, that the player can use other objects than the sword, his shield, his bow and stuff like that. And the last thing I have for you today is a sneak peek of the level generation system I'm working on, and what you can see here in the background is the collision detection system. I don't want to go into too much detail here because we will talk about the whole level generation thing next week, I guess. And what you see me doing here is I activate those colliders, or these red boxes which indicate that there can be something, and my level generation system has to find a way to generate rooms around it, as you can see. And I step by step activate more of those red boxes just to see if it works. And that's what you see here in the background. Okay, but that's it from my side, guys. As always, tell me what do you think about all the new footage, what do you think about the looting system, what do you think about the reviving system? Do you like it? Do you have better ideas for it? We will talk about the level generation in more detail next time. And also, if you like this video, maybe consider checking out my other serious Game Dev Answers. Leave a subscription if you like. And maybe check out my website or my Instagram where I post some interesting gaming facts, show some game art, or tell you facts about my game I haven't talked about yet. So as always, guys, have a wonderful day, stay cool, and see you next time.